Hi guys, I'm here to film my March roundup video today for you. So I do these at the end of every month just to say what I've been loving in the month, what I've been up to. So I thought I'd pop on here today and do my March roundup. So I'm going to start with products. I don't really have many, I just have a few makeup products to discuss. So I'll do that first. So firstly, I have the NARS foundation. It's the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And I did do a wear test on this video a couple of weeks ago, but I've been absolutely loving this foundation since then. Like, it's become one of my favourites for everyday wear. It's not super full coverage, it's a nice medium coverage, it gives me a nice radiant finish, my skin looks healthy and I really like it. I've got it on today. My skin isn't the best at the minute and I'll get into why soon, but yeah, I do really like this foundation and I got the shade Mont Blanc. I think it's number 2, yeah. Mont Blanc number 2, and it works quite well for me, as you can tell. So I really like that. And then a concealer that I've been loving is actually the YSL Touche Éclat concealer. So I used to not like this at all. I used to think it was pointless. It didn't give me any coverage. It just didn't do anything and it's expensive. But I've learned how to use it now. So obviously, as much as it's a concealer, it's just a very sheer coverage concealer and it's more to brighten than kind of like cover super dark circles or anything. But I've not been wearing a lot of makeup for work and stuff just because of the masks, and it just creased and went horrible anyway a lot of the time. So I decided I wasn't going to wear makeup. I was going to wear like mascara, things like that, and then I put this under my eyes just to help camouflage the darkness a little bit and brighten, and it really did help and it didn't crease at all. Like, I've probably mentioned in a few videos I do crease under my eyes quite a lot, but with this I didn't crease at all, and it didn't cover everything obviously, but it did brighten the area and it did help. The applicator is like this, so it's like I've got makeup on my hand, but it's like a brush concealer, but I really like it, and it is expensive, but you know, if you're wanting something that kind of just gives you that little bit but you kind of look like you're wearing nothing, then I recommend checking it out. And then finally for makeup, I have been loving the KVD Go Big or Go Home mascara. So I haven't actually opened the full tube yet, but I've been using up the mini, which I've been using like all month. Nearly like every time I've put makeup on, I've used this mascara. So this mini is like empty now, so I'm going to crack open the big one. I put this on today. This is the brush. I used the mini today, and it is drying up a little bit. But I love this mascara. Like, the wand is perfect. It's the like fibre bristle type brush as opposed to plastic, which I much prefer because I find plastic scratches my eye quite a lot. But that kind of brush, I love it. So it gives you volume. It's a volumizing mascara, but it doesn't give you so much volume that your eyelashes immediately start clumping, which I don't mind a clumpy eyelash kind of look, but you know, it can be a bit too far sometimes. So I really like this mascara. I can build it up. It gives me some volume. It gives me some like fluttery nice lashes. Gives me quite a good separation, really. I really like it. I really like the brand KVD at the minute. Obviously, it's just launched that foundation, which I tested in my last video, which, to be honest, the more I've used it, I'm not really a fan of it. I'll use it up, but I wouldn't buy it again, and I don't really recommend it, but it's okay. But KVD as a brand in general, I really like. So I'm glad it's no longer like controversial and I can live it. So that's it for products, really. Like makeup and stuff. I haven't been using a ton of makeup this month. I mean, there's not really anything to wear makeup for anymore. I know now we can finally meet our friends, which I can't wait to do. 12th of April, things start opening again. So it's looking up, and maybe I'll try my makeup out then. I got some mugs this month, so this is one of them. I just had a drink out of it. This is the Piglet one. So they're from the Disney store. They're really nice size, and they're like thick ceramic. I really like it. I got this one. I got the Tigger one, which I had in my last video, which you may have seen, which is orange. Then I got the Winnie the Pooh one, which is yellow. But I really like them. I think they were about £9 each. But they're such a good size. I love a good big cup of tea. I read one book this month. It is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. I might have mentioned that I was going to read this in my last monthly roundup video, but I finished it. It took me a while to get into it, if I'm honest. Like, I read the first few chapters And I was like, it was fine, but there wasn't anything in there that made me be like, I really want to read this book, like I need to find time to read. But then as I got further through it, I ended up so like engrossed in it, I wanted to finish it, and I was just reading it like every night. So I finished that a couple of days ago, and I did really enjoy it, but like I say, it just took me a while to get into it. I just wanted to finish it this month, so I forced myself to keep reading, and then I'm glad I did, because I really enjoyed it in the end. If you do have any book recommendations for me, please leave them below, because I haven't picked a new book to read yet, and we're in April, so I really need to find a new one. So please do leave your recommendations below. I'll definitely check them out because I need to find something to read. TV wise, I watched a little bit of TV this month. So I watched Behind Her Eyes, which was on Netflix. It was at the beginning of the month that I watched this. I did really enjoy it, actually. The ending was a bit wild, but I kind of saw it coming. Like, well, I didn't. I kind of saw it coming, like, the further I got into it. At the beginning, I would never have thought that, but yeah, things were getting a bit weird and it fell into place in the end. But I really enjoyed it. I love watching series on Netflix, stuff like that, especially like ones that aren't too long and there's not loads of seasons, because I haven't really got time to sit there watching like a million seasons, even though sometimes I love that. It was nice just one and done, although there could be another season coming, I'm not sure. So I watched that. I also watched RuPaul's Drag Race UK. I didn't watch it like weekly when it came out, but I just binge watched it after the final. And I did know who was going to win. Well, I wasn't sure, but I saw like a few spoilers on Twitter. My fave didn't win, but I really enjoyed it. I haven't ever really watched RuPaul's Drag Race before. I've watched a couple episodes here and there, but I've never been like a super fan. But I did really enjoy it, especially like the UK one. When I've watched a few of the American episodes before, I did kind of enjoy it, but not like to the point where I just really want to watch the series. But I definitely watch the next UK series if they do another one, which I think they will. Yeah, so I did enjoy that. I've been watching The Circle. That's still going at the minute. I love The Circle. I watched the other series of it. I also watched The Celebrity Circle, which was on just before this one, which was good, but I think the normal Circle is better. I don't know who your faves are. I think my fave is probably Saeed. I'm filming this on Thursday, so obviously a lot can happen between now and Sunday when I post this. So we could have gone, I don't know. Actually, it's not really on at the weekends, is it? So yeah, my fave is Saeed. I really liked Mamrika, but then I don't know, I don't like her anymore. She's started to really annoy me. So yeah. I'm also watching Line of Duty. There's only been 2 episodes so far, but I've watched the previous series of Line of Duty and I love it. Like, I kind of love the whole like crime investigation type things, like books, TV. I love it. So I have been watching that and I really enjoy it. I do recommend, if you haven't watched the other series, if you think it's something you would be into, definitely have a look because it's amazing. So some random things that have happened this month. I've had quite a busy March, to be honest. A lot has happened, so definitely want to fill you guys in. Firstly, I had the COVID vaccine on Monday, and I wasn't well with it. Tuesday, Wednesday, I was really quite poorly. I felt really feverish, really tired, but I'm fine now, and it's worth it. If you do want the vaccine yourself, it's fine, like it's bearable. You might be a little bit poorly, but it doesn't last longer than a couple of days. So I had that on Monday, and also on Monday I handed my notice in at my job. So if you didn't know, I work as a beauty specialist and I handed my notice in because I've got a new job which is completely different. I'm going to be working in a nursery, which I've never done before, but I'm super excited to do. I'm going to get trained up. It's going to be amazing, so I can't wait to start that. But I start at the end of the month. So when I do start, I might have to upload a little less regularly on here. Maybe not permanently, but just whilst I get used to the routine of it. So I might just be doing every other week for a while, see how I get on. But yeah, I'm super excited to start now that it's all like official and I've handed my notice in and stuff. Like, yay, I'm excited. I also burnt my face, which is why I said my skin's not been the best. You can see here one of them. I've got one here. The worst bit is I burnt my eye, so you can't tell because it's healed really well, but my eyeball burnt slightly. Not bad, but enough that I needed to put cream on my eye. So I did that cooking. I was putting oil in a pan and then it spat at me and it hit me in the face and it was really scary. I panicked a lot. Luckily the damage isn't too bad. I got another burn here and I got one on my chin, but they're healing really well, thankfully. I put cold water on it straight away for ages. I did go to A&E after ringing 111 because obviously my eye. It's a good job I did because I got that cream. But yeah, I've been using Sudocrem on it and it's healing nicely, thankfully. But I haven't been able to kind of do my usual skincare routine properly because I didn't want to irritate the burns. So I've been being really careful and kind of not scrubbing, not like going over these areas too much. So my skin's kind of freaking out a little bit because that routine has kind of ended. So I'm going to be glad when I can do it properly again, which I mean, I've started to do it pretty much properly again. I'm not using my like exfoliating acids or anything though, so my skin feels a little bit like congested and a bit like it needs a good scrub, but I can't do that right now. So that's fine, it will heal, it's all good. Finally, I think in March, me and my partner started getting Gusto. So you've probably heard a lot about Gusto. It's similar to HelloFresh if you haven't. It's just kind of, you pick your recipes and then you get delivered all the ingredients and a recipe to cook it. So you just pay like a subscription service, and it's amazing. Like on Gusto, there's so many recipe choices, which I've been loving picking every week. I think it's priced pretty well because obviously you don't have to go and buy meals for those days. So it's probably more expensive than if I was just cooking my own meals, but it's honestly not that bad. Like I thought it would be worse. And I got a discount code off my friend because my friend recommended Gusto to me, and she had a like a little code, and it gave me 50% off my first box and 30% off future boxes. I think I should have a code now as well since I'm a member. So if anybody does want a code, just feel free to ask me in the comments and I'll give you one. If I can find it easily enough, I might just put it in the description. But if not, yeah, just ask me and I'll give you a code. It's truly worth it. Like I really like it. Not an ad, none of this is an ad. Just my opinion. Yeah, like, so I've had quite a busy March, to be honest. As much as I don't have loads of products that I've been loving, I've just kind of feel like I've been up to a lot, and I'm looking forward to April. Obviously my last month at my current job, which is sad. I'm sad to be leaving some of my friends and stuff, but I'm sure I'll be able to keep in touch, and I'm super excited for my new job. So another busy month, I imagine, for April and then going forward. But that's everything for this video. Feel free to leave your comments below what you've been up to in March. Definitely the book recommendations because I need them. Yeah, I hope you had a great month and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!